Project N.P.O. recently paid a visit to Ann Arbor's very own food gatherers and spoke with Food Donor Relations Manager Sebastian Reford to learn more about what they do to help feed the people of Washtenaw County.
Food gatherers exist to alleviate hunger and to eliminate its causes in our community. Food Gatherers was started back in 1988 when Zingerman's decided to dedicate a van and a few employees to go around and pick up food from local food businesses that would otherwise go to waste and distribute it to local pantries and meal programs. Within a year, in 1989, we split off as an independent 501c3 governed by our own unpaid board of directors. And we've been operating that way ever since. In 1997, we took over as the food bank for all of Washtenaw County. And we supply most of the food given out by pretty much every meal program or pantry program or meal distribution that works with hunger relief in this area. We're no longer officially a part of the Zingerman's community of businesses. They do still give us a tremendous amount of support, but we're an entirely independent organization. Oh, well, we're local. Food Gatherers serves Washtenaw County, which is, Ann Arbor, Dexter, Saline, Manchester, Milan, Ypsilanti. And our offices are located on the north side of Ann Arbor. But we're also a part of Feeding America, which is the national network of food banks which cover all of America like a big quilt. So while we are a local organization surviving primarily on local support, we are part of a larger national organization that seeks to provide hunger relief all across the nation. Well, Washtenaw County has about 355,000 people in it. 1 in 7 of those people is food insecure. That translates to around 51,240 individuals. Over 11,000 of those individuals are children. So it's more like 1 in 6 for children in Washtenaw County. Those are the people we're seeking to reach. Our most recent studies have showed that we are definitely reaching a minimum of around 44,500 people with our hunger relief efforts through our partners and with our own programs. That still means that there are thousands of people in Washtenaw County that are unable to find enough healthy food to eat and that struggle with hunger. And so those are the people that we continue to find new ways to locate and get the food that they need. Okay, well, so we're the food bank for all of Washtenaw County. So like I said, we supply pretty much every meal program, every pantry program, every distribution done by local faith-based organizations or community centers or clinics which run like emergency pantries with most of the food that they're distributing, and the food that we give them is mostly at no cost. Some of it's at very low cost. There's 150 plus of those partners in Washtenaw County. So there are 150 partners that are working with us to get things out to the people that need the food. Having seen what our partners are doing, then we have our own programs as well to try to address gaps that we see in hunger relief in the area. So Food Gatherers runs the community kitchen in the Robert J. Delanis Center, downtown Ann Arbor. The Delanis Center is run by the Shelter Association of Washtenaw County, but the community kitchen is Food Gatherers real estate within that center. From that kitchen, which is a free meal program, which offers 2 free meals a day to anyone who comes and asks for them, we're currently giving out over 100,000 plates of food every year. Over 100,000 plates of food just from that one location go out. Additionally, we have a Healthy School Pantry program where we go to schools where most of the children qualify for free or reduced price lunches, and we'll give out a produce distribution, a box full of produce, like 20 pounds of produce, to the parents when they have to come and pick the kids up or when they're there for events. In this way, we find people that otherwise might not be able to get away from work to get out to a distribution center. In the summertime, we run our own summer food service program, which again seeks to address the needs of those lower income children that rely on the food that they're getting out of their schools during the school year. We'll run a meal program during the summer. Last summer, we served over 36,000 meals through that meal program. And along with those meals, we again would pass out produce. They'd actually go home with food as well. We focus on getting the healthiest possible food to people, so we run agricultural initiatives to bring food in from local congregations with our Faith and Food initiative, or from home gardeners with our Plant a Row initiative. 60% of the 6 million pounds of food that we're distributing right now in Washtenaw County every year is either produce or protein, because it's very important to us that we're not only distributing food, but also the healthiest kind of food. Food Gatherers has, as I mentioned, an unpaid board of directors, and then there are 30 actual employees working either in our community kitchen, in the warehouse, driving the trucks, doing various administrative roles like the human resource manager and other things that any organization would have. But primarily the work is done by volunteers. 6,000 volunteers per year are what's needed to bring in the rescued food and get back out all the food to all of our partners. So 70% of all the work that's done here at Food Gatherers is done by our volunteers, and we are deeply grateful for them. "72% of it is donated goods and services, and then about 18% is contributions from local businesses and individuals. 4% is about what we get from grants every year, and it's a similar amount, around 4% comes in from special events that we do, like Grillin', which is our big springtime fundraiser, where we get 2,000 people to come out and raise money for hunger awareness. Last year that created about 680,000 meals that we served in the area. All of our financials are on our website, our audited financials and budgets, so anyone can view them. We're very committed to sound financial practices, very effective use of funds, and transparency, which is one of the reasons why Food Gatherers has the highest rating, 4 stars, from Charity Navigator, the largest independent evaluator of charities. We've had that rating for 11 years now. So it's a good organization. We spend about 5% of what comes in every year on all administrative and fundraising amounts. 95% of all that gets donated to us goes right back out to the mission. A lot. There's a lot to do to help us. If you have funds, it's useful to us to be able to gas up the trucks, to run our operations, and when we buy food, it is at costs far below what you would pay retail. If you can donate time, we are deeply dependent on our 6,000 volunteers every year who come out and volunteer. Companies can send out groups of volunteers if they want to. You can work in our community kitchens, serving plates of food to the public. You can come here to the warehouse and help sort out the rescued food and get it together for the distributions that we're doing. You can ride along with our drivers and actually see those distributions and see the rescued food areas and pick it up. There's certain office tasks you can do as well. As far as local businesses, one of the things I love to do is go out and talk to local businesses about how they can participate in our food rescue program. This is so important because in this country we're wasting 40% of all the food that we're currently making. 30 to 40% of it ends up directly in the landfill. That's $165 billion worth of food nationally a year that just gets thrown away. If we could just distribute that food responsibly, we'd be able to do so much to end hunger in this country. The question isn't whether we have enough food, it's just distribution. And that's what Food Gatherers is here for. Visit us online at foodgatherers.org. You can see all the information about our partner programs and all the different things in hunger relief that we're supporting, as well as find out a lot more about what's being done nationally and locally with hunger relief. You can email us at info@foodgatherers.org. You can call us at 734-761-2796. And you're always welcome to come up and visit us at our warehouse at 1 Carrot Way in Ann Arbor on the north side of town. And we'll be glad to show you around and show you what exactly we're doing here at Food Gatherers and how important it is to the community in general.